Hello, butterflies. I am outside. Yes, it's pretty cold and chilly out. But today being the full moon tonight and all, I felt that it was very important that I kind of make this video today. I've kind of been really hesitant on doing so. I guess now it's time for me to kind of step out of my comfort box and start to talk about a little bit of my past and what got me to where I am today. So, I am a very strong woman. I've had to be for everything that I've ever went through in my entire life. But let's start with just kind of talking about my husband. So, if anybody's ever believed in past lives or, karma or anything of that sort, let's explain that my husband was that for me. Him and I were tied together in a past life as well, where I was tied to guilt and shame. Nothing of mine that I could have done to change the outcomes. And so that was my lessons that I had to learn this lifetime. And it was hard. Definitely very difficult. I definitely went through a lot. And even looking back now, I've realized I had to let go of my husband, the ties, the guilt, the shame, everything that ever tied me down. I had to let him go. I guess the clarity came once my husband passed, and that's where we're at, is my grave. He passed last year, or 2023 actually. Oops, sorry. On our daughter's birthday. You can see the dates there. But he made it, But the difference between everything that we endured, it was from the beginning. I thought that I could have fixed something that I knew was broken, but it was broken in both of us. I just thought that he would be my savior and I would be his. So we had a codependency. And I was the empath that was always giving, and he was the selfish addict that was always taking. I guess most people can't understand why I stayed for the 23 years, but we had three kids together that, number one, if I couldn't be with my children, how could I save them? So if I never knew what was going on or what was happening, I couldn't protect them. So, and my job as their parent is to protect them. I guess that's kind of why he thought I would be tethered to him for eternity. And I almost was, until I seen the light. It took me a lot of soul searching, a lot of realizing that, yes, we did have some good moments, but the reality of those good moments were defined because he wanted it. And for those that don't understand, it's narcissistic behavior. Now, my husband wasn't necessarily 100% a narcissist, but he grew up in an environment where he was raised by a stepmother that learned those tendencies from a gentleman that was abusive. That was the narcissist. I realized after many years of looking back, the common denominator in everyone's life was this gentleman, and he was a narcissist. He was a very evil man, and I think he found women that were in their own frame and felt that they had that confidence, and he broke their confidence. And because he broke their confidence, I guess that is where those tendencies and behaviors began. So, my husband would give me very little, but to keep me to stay. Like, yes, he would show me the affection. He would say he loved me, send me messages, but I think it was all about control, because as long as he said those things, he knew that he had me under his thumb. As long as he could play on my emotions with my heart, he knew he had me. And that's those things he did. There were nights that, I remember an incident where he stole money from my purse while I was actually in the middle of delivering our child. He stole the money so he could go and buy some drugs, and it was for our bills. It was our gas bill and our electric bill. But he took the money out of my purse while I was in delivering our child, because I had a C-section, and took it and went and bought drugs. So it was just, that was just one of many incidences. But, things like that I had to fight. And then, I'd have to say the turning point for me was when he cheated. That was when I think the tides started to change. The tides definitely changed at that point. Because once I felt that sharpening, stab in my heart, I cried and I asked God why, why was I not good enough? But in reality is, I had to realize I was good enough. And I should have realized that. I should have realized I was an amazing person, and that I should have never taken that shit. Excuse me. Didn't mean to say that, but I should have never taken that crap from him or anyone for that matter. I deserved way more. And that means everyone. If you're out there and you're fighting, don't sit there and settle for anything less than what you deserve. Because you really, truly do deserve the world. You're God's creation, and God would never want anything harm or anything bad to happen to his creation. I prayed many nights to God. So, and there were times that God I didn't think was even hearing me, because I wasn't hearing anything, and there was no nudge, there was nothing, but it was all to set me into motion for where I am today, and that's why he was silent. He was there. He just wanted me to find the truth. And it took me a long time. And eventually, as time goes, I'll tell more stories of things that I encountered, with my husband. It's kind of chilly out here, so, already 10 minutes in, but the wind is pretty brutal. It's definitely piercing. But I definitely wanted to make a short little clip and let everyone know a little bit about what's going on, and how I've gotten to where I am, and no matter what, you keep fighting. You just gotta keep getting back up, and you keep fighting. I was always taught what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's the truth. I've been through so much in a lifetime that I thought I was going to die, but here I am. I'm still standing. So Mwah. I love my butterflies, and I'll talk to you soon. Much love. See you later. Checking out.